Hey CrossFit family, just wanted to touch base with you for a few minutes about some additional programming that you're going to see showing up on Wodify. Long, slow duration running has never been something that I've personally really enjoyed. However, during the warmer months of the year, it's something that I like to try to incorporate into my own personal programming on a daily and weekly basis. And 2 weeks ago, Elise, Keith, Brittany, and Dan and myself all met out in the back parking lot of the gym just for an outdoor running session. We were trying to brainstorm ways of being able to get together more regularly as a CrossFit box and see people train together and encourage one another in a time where not very many people are wanting to get together inside the gym. So I thought, how about we try to do something on a regular basis throughout the week where people who wanted to could get together and do some additional training. So that's gonna be what we try to do for, I guess, the foreseeable future. We don't have very many people coming into the box and training, and we also don't have very many people coming into the box and taking advantage of the open gym time between classes. So as this sits right now, what we're going to try to do is meet on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And that'll be right between the two evening classes. So Mondays and Wednesdays, you guys know our typical CrossFit class schedule is we have a first class at 5 p.m. That class goes from 5 to 6. And then we have a second class that runs from 6:30 to 7. And then we have a half-hour break in between the two classes that we've reserved for open gym. And typically what we do when we program our auxiliary is program extra strength work, extra metcons, or gymnastics work. But at least until this whole coronavirus thing kind of settles down, what we're going to start doing is programming extra running work. Obviously, this is something that you guys can do at home on your own. You're not limited to doing it on Monday and Wednesday. If Tuesday and Thursday works better for you, great. If days of the weekend work better for your schedule, great. If you want to do it in the morning, awesome. If you have freedom in your schedule or you're working from home right now, we would just encourage everyone who's looking to maybe increase their fitness a little bit or get better at running to try to complete the program that we're putting together. If you do feel comfortable getting out of the house and coming to the box, like I said, we'll just plan to meet out back. That way nobody has to come inside, and we'll just use the parking lot area as our tool for training. I'm sure any of you guys could go online and look up running programming. There's plenty of resources out there. You could download some ebooks or listen to some audiobooks about running. What I want to try to do, at least for my own personal benefit, is be more effective at running a 400 meter. That's something that shows up in our normal kind of CrossFit programming. I think it would also, something I'm personally interested in would be improving my mile time, and then maybe as kind of like a tertiary goal, getting better at like a 5K, which is something that sometimes shows up in CrossFit programming. So most of the training that you're going to see on Mondays and Wednesdays will kind of revolve around that. 2 weeks ago when we met, we did a bunch of 100-meter sprints. The next time we met, we did some 800-meter intervals. So you guys are going to see some variations showing up in the programming on the Monday and Wednesday training. And even if you don't sign into class, you guys can always go into Wodify and add a performance and just search for the specific running workout that we're doing. My goal would be that we could start tracking our splits, start tracking our times, and then kind of tweak the programming accordingly to improve. So it's not just like, hey, we're going to go run a 400 meter today, and then we're going to run another 400 meters. That people would really start this collect data on their running, and then we can do percentage work, and we can also start tweaking things like rest time in between intervals. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out, shoot me a text, send me an email, or just give me a call. I'd be happy to talk with you about it. At the very least, this might provide an opportunity for some of us to be able to get together and hang out, and then as maybe a long-term goal, you could see some drastic improvement in your 400-meter time, your 1 mile time, and maybe your 5K time. So hopefully we'll get to see you guys out there in the parking lot. Again, we're not going to be coming inside, so Mondays and Wednesdays I actually coach the evening classes. So as soon as the first class is over with, I'll head outside, and if people are there and they want to go running, we'll maintain that whole 6 foot recommended social distancing policy, and we'll get started. This might be something that is a little subjective to rain or inclement weather. However, being that we're getting well into spring and then starting into summer, I don't really foresee too much of that happening. But hopefully I get to see you guys soon. If I don't get to see you in person, hopefully I see you on the Wodify whiteboard.